So guys, just manage my camera quality with me. I've not really gotten a better camera for this video, but I needed to create something for you guys today. So today we are going to be talking about how to identify the market structure, how to identify trend, uptrend or downtrend, and how to identify a consolidation in the market. So dive in with me, guys. So today let's talk about, first of all, we are talking about uptrend. You understand? So we are going to consider the one of the most important skill that you need as a trader is the ability to read the market structure. It is a crucial skill that will allow you to use the right price action strategy in the right market condition. So you cannot just be trading blindly. You don't know if the market is consolidating, you are buying. You don't know if it's a downtrend, you are buying. So you have to know if it's a downtrend before you sell. You have to know if we're in an uptrend before you buy. You cannot just buy because you see a setup. You understand? You buy in line with the setup. That's how you make your good profit. For example, if this market is an uptrend, and you spotted a buy from here. If you spot a buy from here, you might likely cash it to this up. You understand? But if you are trying to sell from here, just for example, you are trying to sell from here, you might just get to this point here. This is a support zone. You might just get to this place and the market will reverse against you. So you have to know the market condition you are trading on. You understand? So right now, let me dive in. So we are going to say, in an uptrend, what do we have? In an uptrend, you have to see series of higher highs, higher lows. The market breaking structures. You understand? Something like this. Higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows. You must see something like that in the market. Higher highs. Let me just make an example of one because this is going to delay my time. So higher high, then higher low. Yeah, higher low. So I guess you all should know what is higher high and higher low if you have been trading. So the last place the market get to before pulling back is what we call higher high, which is this place. Then the pullback the market does is what we call higher low. Then the market will go again to create another high. That is a new what? Higher high. We have a new what? Higher high right here. Then the market pulls back again. What do we have? We have a new what? Higher low. So you have to know how to identify your higher highs, higher lows in the market. So if you are in a higher high, market is creating series of higher highs and higher lows. What do you look for in the market? You look for buy opportunities only. You should not sell because it will only give you a short time sell that will reverse against you. Or let's maybe you just want to scale it on the lower time frame. By scaling it, maybe this is a higher low. You look for a sell opportunity when the market is pulling back, then you run it down a little bit and pull out, because it's not really going to give you that high time movement. You understand? It's not going to give you long time movement. So you have to focus on something that will give you long time movement by following the trend, because if you do not follow the trend, the market might reverse against you at any time. So let's talk about the downtrend. Downtrend is what we call, market will be creating what we call lower lows and lower highs on the downtrend. So we have what we call lower low. So we say lower high first, lower high right here. Then we have what? Lower low right here, lower low. So this is LH, lower high, LL, lower low. You understand? So the market create what again? In a downtrend, the market will create series of words, lower highs and lower lows. That's what the market will create in a downtrend. So what do you see? Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. That's to tell you that the market is coming down. Anytime the market fails to close below, like for example, we are having series of lower lows and lower highs. This is the last low that the market should not take out. This is the protected low. Once you see the market taking out this low, that's to tell you that the trend is about to change to the upside, because we have taken out the last lower high. So you have to understand that so that you will not trade blindly. So now let's dive into the market. Okay, before we dive into the market, let's look at this consolidation. This is what we call consolidation. Consolidation is when the market is moving in one particular range. It's not breaking out of it. If you watch out very well, you see that we have series of high and lows in the same zone, the same area, touching of this high, low, the same place. Until we have this market break out of this zone, that's when we can consider it a trend, either to the upside or to the downside. But currently we are running in one particular spot and it is called consolidation, and you should not trade this. So let's dive into the market and spot the sell setups and the buy setups. So this is what we are in the market currently. Now we are now looking at downtrend, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So in a situation like this, where you're having lower lows, lower high, lower lows, lower high, you look for your lower high. This is a lower high right here. You can see this is a lower high right here. Look at it very well. Lower low, lower high, lower low, then lower high. Try to create lower low. Tap into this our previous word, lower high, which is a confirmation for you to sell to the downside. So that's for downtrend. I'm not really teaching how to cash a trade, but I'm just showing you how to identify your trend. So now let's look for an uptrend. So an uptrend will be giving you what we call higher highs and what higher lows. So now let's look. In an uptrend we have what? Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. So in an uptrend, the market will be creating series of higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. That's what the market will be giving you in an uptrend. And when do you look for your buy in an uptrend? You look for your buy only when the market has created a higher high. Then you look for it to pull back, creating a higher low. Then you look for your buy in continuation with the direction of the trend you are having already, which is buy. So in a situation whereby you are having higher highs and higher lows and you are selling, that means you don't know what you are doing, because you are trading against the trend and you are going to hit SA back to back. So you have to learn how to trade with the market condition. Fine. So guys, if you want to know more about this, send me a DM.